friends, and welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about the new 127 single, like the Be There For Me single album, and I have some thoughts, so let's get into it. Let's just go over this video is going to work. I have nothing else to say. I'm going to run through the track list, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on each song, and then I'm going to give this album a score out of 10 at the end, but I do have a couple disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1, this album is new, it just came out, I've heard each song maybe twice, and my opinions on them very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Alrighty, now that we have all of that out of the way, let's get started. And first up, we have the title track, the titular Be There For Me. And here's the thing, okay? I was fearful going into this song because, if you ask me, NCT127 is a group that is incapable of not shoving raps into songs. And that's a very concerning reputation to have going into a Christmas single. I love Christmas pop songs, right? I've said that a million times in the past month. But at the core of a Christmas pop song is a pop song, right? Like the pop part of Christmas pop. It should be bright and fun and cute. And when I think about 127 raps, the words bright and cute really don't come to mind. Now, I'm not gonna say my fears were justified about this song, but I am gonna say that the rap in the first verse and also the raps in the third verse should have been cut. Like, pretty much all the raps that were rappier raps should have been cut. I know this is a controversial opinion for some reason, but not every song needs to have a rap in it. Some songs can just be sung, like, you know, a nice R&B Christmas song, hypothetically speaking, if we were to get one of those from a group, that could be primarily sung, right? We would all think. And also, maybe this is mean of me to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you can't sing your way through something like a chill Christmas song, maybe you shouldn't be an idol. Anyway, in spite of all my complaining, I actually did enjoy this song a good bit, because once you ignore all the raps, it's actually a pretty nice and chill song. The verses are fine, they're nothing groundbreaking by any means, but they're perfectly enjoyable if you want them to be. Like, if I turned my brain off, I'm sure I would enjoy these verses. The only other part of the song really worth discussing is the chorus, which is great because I really like this chorus. The vocals in it are gorgeous, and when Haechan's doing his harmonies, it's stunning. I'm a Haechan supremacist, but like, I'm not sorry. I am correct when I say he was stunning doing his harmonies, and just all around, it was a really good chorus. Big picture though, this is not the best 127 title. This is no Superhuman. That's why Superhuman is here. I should have mentioned that. Superhuman is their best title. I'm correct on this as well. But this is no Superhuman. However, it also didn't hurt me while I was listening to it. And for a 127 title, that's depressingly an improvement. Also, while I'm here, hear me out. Unit song, okay? This should have been just vocal line, and I mean vocal line, not the rappers who can also sing. Give me the actual vocals. Jaehyun can stay, but give me the actual vocals and have them do this song. It would have been 5 times better at least. Our next song is Home Alone, and this is kind of one of the best songs 127's put out in the past couple of years at least. Like, it's a bit excellent. I knew from the first second it was gonna slap, and I was kind of right. The background music is doing some heavy lifting for my enjoyment of this song because it is amazing background music, right? Like, it absolutely slaps, and I, for one, was really into it. As for the verses, they're pretty much all rap, which isn't a surprise at this point, and they're a bit of a mixed bag. Like, Mark's was fine, but Johnny's definitely needed work, and so did Taeyong's, but to be fair, when doesn't Johnny's rap need work? The bridge, however, aka the one part where the vocals could vocal, was stunning. The vocals were gorgeous. I'm always here for Haechan vocals, as we've established, and I loved them here. The pre-chorus, meanwhile, is nice. It's pretty. It flows well into the chorus. It's a good pre-chorus. Speaking of the chorus, hear me out, okay? First half, the main part of the chorus, the first half, is amazing, right? Like, it's absolutely a banger chorus. It could have been one of the best in 127's catalog. If not for the second half, aka the sliding part, I hate that part. That part pisses me off, but I also liked enough of the song, I might have to Stockholm myself. Last but not least, we have White Lie, which is our Christmas ballad of the album. And here's the thing, okay? This is gonna be mean, but in spite of having some of the best currently active vocalists in K-pop, I do not trust 127 to do a Christmas ballad for a couple reasons, the primary ones being the fact they like to force raps into every song they make, and Taeyong's personal rapping style. Thankfully, my fears were mostly unfounded this time. Like, yes, the second verse has raps for some stupid bullshit reason. Yes, Taeyong's rap feels a bit out of place. And yes, the rap outro sucks, and I will be skipping it every time. But at least we got a vocal verse for the first verse. And for the record, that first verse is stunning. I was not prepared for how pretty it was, because when it started, I kept telling myself, like, okay, the raps are going to come in and ruin it. The raps are going to come in and ruin it. The raps don't come in and ruin it. It just stays vocals. And the vocals are gorgeous. Like, I was not prepared for this verse. It is a bit too excellent. Same thing with the bridge. It is so pretty. And Jaehyun in particular, his voice fits it so perfectly. Also, I do feel the need to point out, this is where I realized Taeil was in this album. Like, going in, I just assumed he wasn't gonna be here because I thought he was still on hiatus. He's here. I heard his voice and I was like, that's a Taeil. Taeil's in this song. And then I checked and sure enough, he is in this song. Anyway, the chorus is also beautiful. Like, I had a minor out-of-body experience listening to it, and in general, this was probably my favorite song on the album. But that's all I have to tell you about this album. So with that, it is score time, and overall, I'm gonna give it an 8.6 out of 10. The title being the weakest song on the album definitely isn't the most ideal, but we can overlook it. And the B-sides do also, yes, have some issues that permeate 127's catalog, but in general, it was a nice listening experience. I enjoyed it. So yeah, 8.6 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know how you feel. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I'll be okay either way. And in the description, I'm going to put two things, so pay attention. First, playlist, all my other 127, not just 127, all my NCT reviews are going to be down there. You can check it out if you so choose. Secondly, my history of NCT. It is a year old. I am missing some stuff, but it is 2.5 hours long. I ran through the entire history of NCT, had the absolute time of my life. You can watch it if you want to. It is a time commitment, again, 2.5 hours long, but it'll be down there if you want it. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!